Sir, Mahatma Gandhi Dental College. I've been here since last 17 years.
Oh, great, great, great. ನಮಗ್ ಕರೆದ್ಬಿಡಿ ಬರ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ.
Definitely, sir.
ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ನನ್ಗೇನು ಇವಾಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಆಯ್ತು ಎಲ್ಲ.
Where are you based now, sir?
I am now in Mauritius Anna Medical College till about
Right,
1 or 2 months more. It's a 1 year, 1.5 year assignment, so I'm almost completing that. So then I'll be free. So shall we start, Gaurang? 2 more to go.
Yes, sir. I think it's 6:05 India time. We should start now. Yeah, we have waited for 5 minutes.
तुम्ही सांगा तर चालतं.
Yeah,
सुरू करू
yes, sir.
ना.
Let's start.
Okay, go ahead. I'll just start that. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So today, last time we talked about one area of self-development. We will look at one more today. I have 4 sessions with you in total, whether you like it or not. We'll be doing second today, one more the next week or next Tuesday, and the next will be after the month of February, I think, somewhere in the month of March. So that schedule you must have already got. So this is to do, okay, before we proceed ahead, can somebody take this slide? Last time we talked about this. If somebody who was present last time can look at this and tell me what it means to you. What does it mean? I'm asking.
Yes, sir. Sir, the person who carries the ego, it weighs down rather than progression.
No. Look properly. Ego goes down. No.
The person will go down, sir.
Sometimes it's
you need to
hard
let go of the ego, sir.
you let go of your ego to save yourself. Correct. So if he doesn't let go of the ego, he can't hold a hand which is reaching out towards him. That's what it means. So I know we are all in good positions. I know we are all doing well, and you are doing well, so you are here. You are all motivated, so you are here. You are all charged up, so you are here. Nobody else takes this kind of a program. I've been telling you last time also. Nobody else takes such kind of a program unless you are yourself motivated from within. So I'm actually privileged to be amongst people who are thoroughly motivated and thoroughly enjoying these sessions. And it takes a lot of efforts, a lot of grit, because you have a family, you have a workplace, you have a lot of work, you have NAC accreditations, you have DCI inspections, so many things. And then you choose a program which is so heavy. So it requires a lot of courage of conviction. It requires a lot of perseverance to take such programs. So salute to all of you, number one. I'm sure you will let go of all the positions that you hold when you discuss things with me. Okay, so these are the 2 dimensions, managing self and managing others. Before you look at managing others, which we will do next time, there are 3 dimensions with which you should look at managing self. One of which was last time. We talked about SWOT analysis. We'll talk about goals today, and we'll talk about communication the next session. So you have to look within before you try to manage others. It is said that a person who is able to talk about somebody else's personality only when he himself looks at his own personality first. So that's what was SWOT analysis all about. And this is a 1.5 hour session, and we are trying to set goals. I don't think it is possible to do that in this small session like this. So I'm only going to sensitize you about the requirements which are there for setting targets in life, why it is important, how it can be done, and how is it related to organizational goals. There is certain things called as personal goals. Suresh Chari has a personal goal. The organization which I belong to, the Anna Medical College, Mauritius, or Jaipur Medical Dental College, where Patidar is working, they have a vision for you. They have a goal for themselves. So these two goals should match. It's easy to say, but it's very difficult. So we only probably will sensitize you on all these issues, how to make life easier and life beautiful. हिंदी की 4 पंक्तियां हैं, मैं आपको सुनाता हूं. I don't know if you understand Hindi, all of you. I'm sure you will. This is not शेर शायरी मुशायरा program, but I know it is important. It says, कौन कहता है कि हाथों की लकीर तकदीर बनाती है? Can you all see me? I can't see you guys, but can you see me? Okay. So, कौन कहता है कि हाथों की लकीर तकदीर बनाती है? तकदीर तो उनके भी होते हैं जिनके हाथ नहीं होते. What does it mean? कौन कहता है कि हाथों की लकीर तकदीर बनाती है? तकदीर तो उनके भी होते हैं जिनके हाथ नहीं होते. Can you somebody analyze this sentence and tell me what it means to you? Anybody?
So, sir, it could be something like sometimes we let things to say that it is our fate.
Yeah.
So, escapism.
Okay, so we leave it to fate. If something doesn't happen properly, you'll say takdir kharab thi. But I firmly believe that every design of the life can be created by yourself. You are the life designers and you can create your own destiny. That's what my book also says, that there is a book which we have, and I don't know, I'll tell you something about my book later on. But it is it's a researched book. It talks about things which have been analyzed from students' perspective, from layman's perspective, from businessman perspective, chartered accountants programs with doctors, programs with dentists, so many programs that I conduct. And that is the analysis. And it says that most of the people who have reached up to their pinnacle of life, they haven't waited for things to happen. So the title of the book is Don't Wait for Things to Happen, Make Things Happen. You can be the architect of your own life, whole life, own life, and design of your life. That's what this session is all about. So there's something called as personal goals and there's something called as organizational goals. Personal goals talks about where do you want to go. Organizational goals talks about what drives you, what drives others. Can I understand what drives me? Why am I in this organization? What drives me? And what drives the people who are in my organization? If I understand these two, maybe my next session would be very easy for us when we say, how do I keep my members motivated? How do I build a team? How do I build a goal for them? We will first talk about personal goals and then we will go to organizational goals. Then we will try to join these two issues together. This is a story which my uncle told me. It's a donkey story. दो गधे थे, two donkeys. One was धोबी वाला गधा and one was Madari. Madari is the fellow who plays drums, dabba, 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 and he carries his daughter along with him, and the daughter will walk on the rope, and the Madari will make the daughter walk on the rope, and the bandar, he will play this. So this is a Madari. So Dhobi wala gadha, donkey, and the Madari wala gadha, both are friends. And they start discussing with each other, and the Dhobi wala gadha says, why do you work so much? Look at my work. The Dhobi wala gadha says, I go once to the river, one trip and another trip, I come back and my job is over. Who works the whole day? Dhobi works the whole day. And look at you, Madari wala gadha. You have to go from village to village, town to town, colony to colony, carrying all the load of that Madari on your head. Why do you want to do that job? Come to my college, I'll give you my job here. There's a vacancy. So, but this Madari wala gadha will say to the Dhobi wala, ki, I'm very happy with what I am having here. Don't tempt me, I'm not coming. So ultimately, the Dhobi wala will ask the Madari, what is there? Kya hai us job mein? What is attracting you so much? He says, whenever that Madari ki girl is walking on the rope like that, the Madari looks at the daughter and says, Niche mat girna, niche giregi to ye gadhe ke saath shadi kara dunga. And I'm waiting for the day when that daughter will fall down and when I will get married. So I started laughing with my uncle. I was about 12 years old that time. And he said, Maja aaya? I said, Uncle, bahut maja aaya. He said, Samajh mein aaya? I bola, kya samajhna hai? It's just a joke. He said, it's not a joke. Think beyond. I said, what to think beyond? He challenged me, do you want to hear the tatparya? Tatparya means the essence of the story. I said, yes, tell me the essence of the story. So he told me the essence of the story. Suresh, एक गधा भी लक्ष्य लेके चलता है, तू तो इंसान है. I don't know what shook me inside within that time. I was 12 or 13, I think. And from that time, I started deciding that there has to be something called as looking forward to. And this is this chart he showed me. He says, have you seen a football match without a goal post? That you play a football match. How can you play a football match without a goal post? And he says there is an aimless life, is a useless life. These two sentences he used. And he gave me these 7 wonderful words. I'm going to share with you those 7 wonderful words when you make personal goals. Now, this may look to you as if I am going and taking a session for school children. But believe me, this is ageless. Have you ever gone to a Durga Puja exhibition? When you go to a Durga Puja exhibition or any exhibition in India, what does it matter? Mela, it is called Mela. I don't know how many of you still go to Melas. I used to go when I was a small kid. There was a stall which had these 3 rings he used to give, and then there were items kept on steps there. There was a sabun somewhere, and there was a costlier item on the 2nd ladder, more costlier on the 3rd ladder, more costlier on the 5th ladder. And if you put that ring on that item is yours. I don't know if you have played that. So the first ring I start putting, it goes in the 1st ladder on that stupid sabun. The cheapest one, hammam sabun or something. I get it and I get excited about it. Where do you put the 2nd ring? Where do you try to put the 2nd ring? Do you still put it in the 1st ladder? No. You try to put it in the 2nd or 3rd to achieve more, achieve better. So this small game, which is very, very popular in an exhibition, teaches us about this age-old theory of goal setting. It's a very old strategy. It's 7 magic words. It is not age related. You know what is my age? Somebody guess? Wrong question to a wrong audience. What could be my age?
82, sir.
82. Oh my God. Yo, making me so old. Do I look so old?
Sir, nearing 75, sir.
Nearing 75. Oh my God. You guys are making me look so old. Come down. Come down. Give me one more chance. I can join a medical college as a teacher. That means I am below 70.
So between 65 and 70, sir.
68.
Yes, sir.
68.
That's very kind of you, 58. But anyway, when at the age of 65, I'm now 67. At the age of 65, I can set a target and I can set an aim for myself. I design what will I do in the next 5 years. I have completed my term in a private college in Nagpur. So 1 year before that, I start looking, or do I wait for everything to happen and then start designing my life? No, I start designing my life much before that thing has to happen. So goal setting is not age related, ladies and gentlemen. It is not. It is for anybody, everybody at all ages. So the first word which I'm looking at is challenging. The goal has to be challenging. It has to be challenging. If my potentials, I have done my SWOT analysis in my last session. When I did my SWOT analysis, I found out these are my strengths. Suresh Chari is good in communication skills. He's a good trainer. He's a good teacher. He is a faculty of repute. The students like him. No, can I not set a target which is more challenging than what I am doing right now? So I set a challenging target for myself. The target has to be more challenging. If I can jump from here to there, I must try to jump from here to there. But when I'm trying to say, when I'm saying challenging, it should not be so challenging that you hurt your feet and jump from a rock to some cliff. No. So there is the second word which goes along with challenging. What is the word? The goal should be challenging, but it should be
achievable.
Realistic.
correct. It should be achievable. Correct. Correct. So what defines achievability factors? What defines achievability? You are not there in the last session, madam, but in the last session, we talked about SWOT analysis. We talked about strengths. We talked about what are those factors which make you good. Can you identify a list? If I ask you to write the strengths, the strength list will be long, long, and long. So if I want to become a dean of a college, is it challenging? Of course it is challenging. Is it achievable? Yes, it is achievable because you are now in a position where you can look for a better one because you've been a professor 12 years. You have finished your courses on many education technology. You have so many research publications now. But then those achievability factors will have certain things which you can achieve, but you still don't have those factors. So I list down those things which are required to fulfill those challenges, but I don't have it today. So I try to achieve that. I try to nullify that. I try to make that. It's not difficult to redefine the achievability factors provided you list them. So the target should be achievable. Target should be challenging, but it should not be so challenging that it is not achievable at all. And it has to be. And believe me when I say this, achievability factors are different for different people. It can't be same for everybody. For some people who have more potential than somebody else, somebody is better in clinics, somebody is better in teaching, somebody is better in relationship management. So each one has got its own strength. Depending on those strengths, he will make a challenging task. My wife, when she joined Nagpur, when we got married, she said, I want to do something. I said, what do you want to do? Set a target for yourself. Let's see what you want to do. She said, I want to be a school teacher. So my friends laugh. School teacher, tu challenging ki baat karta hai. Is it challenging? Is school teacher a challenging? A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. How can it be challenging? Yeah, I'm asking you. Don't look at me like that.
Most challenging, sir.
Why? That's because she's my wife? No.
No, sir.
Why is it? Yeah, it is challenging. Every job has its own challenges. But my wife picked up that challenge, that job, and made it look as challenging because that was achievable at that point in time for her. Maybe after she joins the school, the goal will change. In the same school, I said, if you want to make it challenging, can we pick up the best school in Nagpur? So we raised the bar for challenging. So you raise your bar so that you know your potentials, and based on the potential, you raise the bar. You don't raise the bar without knowing the potential. So SWOT analysis is first, and then building a goal for yourself is next. That's why we took last time first SWOT analysis. Identify your strengths and weaknesses. What are you that good at? What are you that you are not good at? Now can I set my targets for myself, which is challenging, and then go ahead and then talk about whether it is achievable or not. The third word is specific, clear, measurable. It has to be clear. It has to be clear. I want to be so and so. That's what it has to be, absolutely measurable. And because measurable and specific, the fourth word is time bound. Kabhi na kabhi zindagi mein ek baar to dean banenge. That's not how it is. No, I don't think it is. If you are an associate professor and looking for professorship, there has to be a specific, measurable, achievable, time-bound target. Yeah, I know there are many challenges because your institute doesn't make promotions so easily. I know that. I know for me, saying is very easy, but I'll tell you, we can find your ways. We'll go about that, talking about that little later on. But it has to be time-bound. It has to have a time frame within so and so many years, or by 2022, 24, which I am here now. How do I look at myself in 26? That's how the time bound ship goes. So challenging, achievable, measurable, time bound, and written. This is where we make small amount of mistakes. We all have in our mind. Last time also I asked somebody, do you do SWOT analysis? And one of my friend, I don't know, I forget the names, somebody said that we do, sir, ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ sir, ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ ಬರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. In Kannada, she said that what it means, what we have in the mind, but we don't write it down. Specifically for goal setting programs, you have to have a chart or a sheet of paper on which you write these things down, whether what date you are achieving what, it's always supposed to be written. It has to have influence or it to be reviewable. You need to have people who keep motivating you to reach there. So you have shared the goal with somebody and that person is an influencing factor for you. And he or she, it's not gender based, it's not age related, it's not any related caste, creed, and community. These are people who keep you charged and moving ahead. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th word. And the last word is the most important. It's called as Jwalanta Ichha, burning desire. What is the use of a challenging, achievable goal when there is no, oh, theek hai, milega to milega, nahi to nahi milega. That's now how it is. There are many things happening in India all over today. If you look at all those things happening, it is all because of people had burning desires to do certain things. It's all revolving around that. Achieving certain things which you have already set targets for yourself. Governments work with targets. Departments work with targets. There are departmental targets. There are organizational targets. There are district targets. There are state targets. There are national targets. There are international targets. Everybody works with targets. So why not I? Why can't I have my own personal target? Why can't I design my life myself? Why do I wait for things to happen? Why do I sit around and go on cursing कि मेरे साथ क्यों ऐसा होता है, भगवान मेरे साथ ही सब कुछ गड़बड़ करता है, सब ठीक नहीं होता? These things I don't know. These are all things which people who are not in this program will talk. But people who are in this session, in this program with me, as I told you, are very motivated people. How do you look at yourself 5 years from now? Take a small pencil or pen, take a small paper, write down. Maybe I will ask you to share with me. How do you look at yourself 5 years from now? 2024 or maybe in 2023? Let's go back 1 year and then look at yourself 5 years from now. This goal is important to me because, write down, why is it important? Resources which will help me to, resources in the form of people, resources in the form of things. Obstacles which will come in the form of people and things. If this is my long-term goal, 5 years can be a long-term goal also. If it is a long-term goal, does it need to have short-term goals? I'm giving you about 10 minutes to think. I'll come back to you in 10 minutes or maybe 7 minutes. If you are already written down thinking about something, if few of you share, we can finish faster.
Sir, you want breakout room or individual?
No breakout now, only 10 people, individual.
Okay.
Good evening, madam.
Good evening, sir. Sir, you are doing the session on the second one you gave me, no? I can't hear you, sir.
Nandar bolu, I got some dates from you. No problem.
Yes,
Let them
madam.
work on this.
Madam, yes, the same.
Yeah. Yes. Hi, Gaurang.
Hello, ma'am. Good evening.
Okay. I think we will just start discussing this since this is only a sensitization program. Does anyone have any one example that he wants or he or she wants to share with me on this platform? How do you look at yourself 5 years from now? Anybody? Yeah. Anyone who would like to volunteer to share?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Who is that? Yes, Pati Dharma, sir.
Yes. I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
sure whether it's 5 years, but because I'm already the dean of this institution as of now,
Yeah.
and if I'm planning to continue to work in the same university for quite some time now, and I would love to probably retire as at least vice chancellor of the university.
Great. How many years does that take?
I'm, in my opinion, I could, if I get an opportunity, I will take up maybe 7 to 8 years down the line.
No. Can I help? When I say no, doesn't mean you are wrong. Okay, number one.
Yes, sir. I got it, sir.
And number two, when we are discussing, it doesn't mean that we are finding faults. Okay, it's a program which probably through your example, I would like to tell others what specific things which we need to understand. Is that when I say I want to be a pro vice chancellor of a university, then you have to look at where you are standing right now. So you're standing in a very comfortable position, absolutely comfortable position, where the jump to pro vice chancellor is possible. So it is achievable, right? And the post that you are looking for is challenging, correct? Now, what we have to define is be specific. Specificity is how much time does it take to become a pro vice chancellor from a dean? Normally, this research has to be done. So what I would have done if I was you was, I would have done research going around finding out the past pro vice chancellors, because generally pro vice chancellors are appointed by the vice chancellors. All right. So if you have a vice chancellor who is known to you, only he'll appoint you as a pro vice chancellor. Pro vice chancellors are appointees. They are not elected or selected. They are only appointed persons who are appointed. So all these data or all this framework I have in my mind. I know where I am going. I know what I am going to do. I know the history of a pro vice chancellor becoming. I know that unless and until a vice chancellor who is known to me comes in that seat, I can't become a pro vice chancellor. So my target would be to see who is going to be the vice chancellor. Or maybe so I will start looking at minute things in a short-term goal. So long-term goal is say 8 years from now, pro vice chancellorship. Short-term goal is to start doing fielding. You understand fielding? I'm not saying it involves politics. No, not all vice chancellors and pro vice chancellors are politically appointed, although many of them are. But I would probably be very positive and think that quality are the ones which are respected in your university. And let's take it for granted. So you have short-term goals of planning to go there and trying to find out what are the things you lack. How do you promote yourself? How does your name go into their good books? How do I promote my philosophy or my dreams about the university till the university? So can I start working in my college too? So I'm sure you must be doing all that. So when you do all that, you are actually designing and planning. And every now and then, there is a burning desire to go there. So you frame structure your whole goal in such a way that every morning you get up, you must talk to yourself, I'm coming there one day. So this may sound stupid to people who are living with you. It is your personal goal. Unfortunately, these goal setting programs, when you set for yourself, if you don't share it with the right kind of person, and if somebody laughs at your goal, it hurts you very badly. So it has to be shared with people who are your reference group. I talked about the sixth person. 6 words. Look at the sixth word. It talks about positive influencing factors. Yeah, positive influencers should be there. Otherwise, people who are negatively influenced say, "अबे pro vice chancellor तू बनेगा क्या? कपड़ा देखा है कि चाइना में?" If somebody says like that, it really hurts you where it should not hurt. So be very careful whom you choose to discuss this. So the most dangerous part in such high-level goal-setting programs are that you don't get a partner with whom you can share this. You need to have people who are organized and your well-wishers who share that. What are the people who are the people who are resources who will help you to come there? Who are the resources which in the form of things, in the form of people? Who are the obstacles in the form of people? Many of them will be there. Can you identify those obstacles? Can you identify the things as obstacles? So all these 5-6 words are interrelated. When I set a 5-year targets, resources which will help me, obstacles which will help me. I will note them down, make a note of that. Anybody else wants to share? Thank you, Patadar. God bless you and wish you all
Thank
the
you, sir.
best. I'm sure you'll reach there. Anybody else? One more example and we'll stop. Yes, Anand.
Yes, sir. I want to be a well-known international speaker, sir.
Oh, very vague. Be more specific. Define it. No, the wordings has to be very clear. I would like to be a well-known international speaker in dental conferences or in personality conferences or in educational field or in teaching faculty. I don't know. So be
Correct.
more specific. Then,
Yes.
and I want to be an international speaker in say how many years? 5 years from now, you say. So if
Yes.
you want to be an international speaker in 5 years, today what are the things which are lacking? Is
Yes.
it challenging? Yes, challenging. Achievable? Yes, achievable. But
Yes.
achievable, but there are many buts. I don't have this, sir. I don't have. I'm not telling you, Arun. Maybe the English is not good. Maybe the vocabulary is not good. Maybe the
Yes.
knowledge of the content is not good. So we take training programs. There are public speaking programs going on. There are leadership camps going on. So many things going on. So I line up all that. So these are again, are the people helping you to do that? Is resources. Are they obstructing you to do that? Is obstruction of people and things. So for all of you here, the method is the same. Method is to write down what is the 5-year goal and define them properly. Use those were clearly measurable, specific, written, time bound. Sorry, time bound and then written. Measurable, specific, time bound and written. And I'm sure this group is so good that there is a burning desire to achieve whatever you want to desire. Otherwise, you would not have come for such programs. And I keep on repeating this. People who take such programs are anyway internally motivated people. So that is not a problem. Self-motivation is not the problem. Drive is not the problem. It is you have to identify the obstacles and resources. I had a resource with me, I had a dean with me, and I was director and he was dean working with me, and this guy was very supportive to me, very supportive. But there was one more wise dean who was not supportive. So I have a person who is a resource material for me. So I use him properly. At the same time, there is an obstacle somewhere whom I have to be careful about. So I have to identify this. Nobody else will identify this for you. So I'm coming back to this slide, which says that how do you look at yourself 5 years from now? All these 5 years from now business should have these 7 words involved. It should be challenging, it should be achievable, it should be specific, measurable, clear, it should be dated, very important. It has to have a date. Undated goal plans have no meaning. And as far as possible, little difficult at our age, because as the age grows, we say, "Kya likhne ka mere man mein hai na," you say. No, it has to be written down. And please be with people who are positive influencers. And of course, burning desire, motivation is not a problem for you. It's going to be there. So do I make sense when I'm talking about this? Yeah. So if I have a long-term goal, 5-year long-term goal, Suresh Chari wants to be outside India for about 3 years. I decided this in 65 when I was NKP Salve faculty. So Chari started looking at places which is easily available to him. It is challenging, achievable. So I set a short-term target of reaching out to people, trying to find out which are those countries which take me with my qualifications. And I do my lot of groundwork. So short-term goals for finding out, long-term goal remain. And within 1 year, which I had set targets for myself, I was where I wanted to be. From here again now, my end is coming here in this college. So I'm already planning to do what I want to do. So every step has to be planned. Please remember this sentence. Don't wait for things to happen. Make things happen. Make things happen. It's always lovely. Can we break away for 7 minutes? Can you click this picture? Can you click this picture? Take a picture of this. And somebody is going to help me to take you away.
Breakout,
know.
two breakout rooms, two.
Yeah, two. Anand,
Samit,
Arun,
બે.
Milan,
ઓકે
Jyoti and
કેટલી મિનિટ માટે 7 મિનિટ માટે
7 મિનિટ
હા,
માટે
સાત.
બે.
ઓકે
7 મિનિટ માટે બે. મને પણ ગુજરાતી આવડે છે.
Sir, Samit recently had a baby girl.
Oh. Okay. So he's not here.
He's there.
Okay.
He's
So
there.
can you take a picture? Has everybody taken a picture of this before they went? I don't know.
They must have, sir.
Okay. Seven minutes and we'll come back.
ઓકે સર ઓકે હેલો મેડમ હેલો કોણ છે અબુ?
कौन छे एकदम क्यूट बच्चा किसका है? क्या नाम रखा है?
સમીર યા જેન્સી
What is the name?
જેન્સી
Jancy.
हाँ
अरे वाह.
4 महीने की हो
Nice.
गई
Very good. 4 महीने की हो गई.
पापा
Jancy.
वो अपना फोटो देख रही है वेबकैम चालू किया ना मैंने
हाँ, मेरा फोटो दिखा उसको.
हाँ
दादाजी देख दादाजी. हेलो जेंसी.
ये चुप
Jancy, Jancy.
ये वाओ वाओ
अभी उल्टा होती है, उल्टा.
हाँ होती है
हाँ.
बातें भी बहुत करती है मैडम
क्या बोलती है?
वाह 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 जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना वो बोलने की बहुत ट्राई करती है
अच्छा. चलो, गॉड
अब ये
ब्लेस.
स्क्रीन इसको पहली बार दिखाया इसलिए सब देख ही रही है
आईटी वाले की बच्ची है. स्क्रीन देख
हाँ
देख के मजा आ जाएगा इसको. लैपटॉप पकड़ा दो उनको, सीख लेंगे सब.
Ah,
चलो, ऑल द बेस्ट.
okay, sir.
So you're back. Okay. Yeah, anybody wants to say something? Group 1 and group 2. Anybody, one person from group 1, what did you understand about that circle, wheel of life? It's called the wheel of life. And it has got about how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dimensions. You can add more dimensions, you can remove more dimensions. That's not the issue. But I put 8 dimensions because I thought 8 were important ones. Group A, group 1 and group 2. Anybody from group 1 wants to speak?
Yes, sir. We just interacted with each other, sir, regarding our daily routine about morning exercise or meditation and yoga. I think all of us were not doing it on a routine basis. So I think we all have to start this, as you mentioned, to keep ourselves motivated and inspired. We all have to really start doing them.
Wait. See, I'm taking a session on goal setting, right? If you were taking this session with instead of me, how would you have linked this wheel of life with the session which I am conducting? Come on, think beyond what you are thinking. You guys are much better than what you are talking right now. Tell me something which I don't know.
Sir, I take it as a wake-up call for myself.
Like
Yes.
how?
Because when I saw this wheel of life, I realized that there are many components which I'm not attending to
So
or
what?
giving.
Again. Please link up the session which I'm the wheel of life. You guys are good. Please
Sir,
think out of the box.
another thing is, sir, what I thought was while setting a goal, either a short term or a long term,
Yeah.
any of these components should not be compromised.
Any of the
Because of that
components
goal.
should not be compromised. All right. Anybody else wants to comment from other group? Are you from the same group? Patiyar
No,
and
sir.
you? Different groups. So do you want to fight with each other? Anybody? I don't know. There's no fighting here.
Sir, I
I
would
want
like
you
to
to argue. I don't agree with what he's saying. I'm going
Sir,
to now.
Sir,
I'm going
to
I'm
have
going
a
to light a match.
balanced life,
Yeah.
yes, sir. To have a balanced life, we have to address all 8 components. May not be equally. We cannot equally distribute our time or resource in all the 8 components.
Excellent.
And to achieve a balanced life, we have to give importance to all those factors.
You have to give importance. But Patihar is saying that we have to give equal importance to all the 8 components. And you are saying
We cannot
you
give
can't
equal
give
importance.
you can't give equal importance to 8.
Sir,
So there is
Sir, equal
Ignore. You cannot ignore any component.
Sir, looking at those
Yes,
8
ma'am. We
goals,
cannot ignore.
what I feel is like if at all we have compromised one of those 8 aspects, if we focus on those particular thing and set a goal to achieve it, maybe we'll have a better work-life balance. That's what I interpret.
Come again. Who is speaking? Siddharth, tell me again.
Sir, in those 8 goals, what is there for maintaining a better work-life balance? If one of the goals or 2 of the goals which we have not set, we have to set so that our work-life balance will improve, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. Yes, madam. Sandhya, madam. Chalanga.
Sir, what I feel that all the 8 components which you have mentioned is necessary for a peaceful life, sir.
So you must
Because
have exact balance, exact quadrant of each, no?
No,
Like a
sir,
cake.
exact. Even you have not given us exact, no, sir. Even you have made the divisions, but that is also not exact. That is not possible. Because in this also, some people will have a better need for a physical well-being. Like they may have,
Okay. Yes, Sandhya, I'll make this long story short. If our friend, Dr. Patihar wants to be can I take your example, Patihar? I'm taking your example. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
So if he wants to be the pro vice chancellor, so which of these 8 components is large? I'm asking everybody. We're not trying to talk about Patihar. We are taking his example. Which of this component is supposed to be large?
Social, sir.
Which one?
Social.
No.
Personal.
He wants to be the pro vice chancellor. Damn it! Come on. Which one?
Personal interest.
One is personal interest. One is financial. One is mental. All these 3 will be high. So now, when are you all with me? You
Yes,
can
sir.
challenge
Yes,
me. You can challenge me if you want.
Sir, somebody said social because they're connecting with their own experience. Today, social networking is important to get a position.
Exactly,
this
sir.
social-
That's what I was.
No, this
that
social-
is what I was
That
supposed
should
to
not
say.
be the case. Your ability and knowledge.
Can I complete? This social word here doesn't mean social networking. The social means your relationship with people. Okay, if you want to put social also. if I want to put these four components, mental, social, networking, financial, and personal, which are the ones which are important components, then these components will become bigger. If in the same circle these are becoming bigger, other circles will become small, no?
Correct.
They have
Possible.
to. So you will have to compromise on recreation. You have to compromise on family. You will have to compromise on spiritual. You will have to probably compromise little bit on physical. So there has so Mike, I'm showing you I'm again sharing my slide to show you that slide so that you understand the word work-life balance. Is it possible? There's a question mark. If you see very carefully, there's a question mark. Work-life balance possible? So many of you said work-life balance is possible, but some of the components which are in 2024, if my goal calls for personal and mental things more. For example, you're taking this program. This program requires your mental abilities much more. So are you not finding time or stealing time from family? Are you not finding time from your social contacts? Are you not finding time for your enjoyment, fun? At 6 o'clock in the evening, on a evening today, you are spending 2 hours doing this. Maybe some of your friends is going somewhere and having a party. So I'm not saying you're sacrificing something. No, you are not. This word sacrifice is not meant for us. We are trying to see that we are when we are looking at one of the components of this wheel, others will definitely be slightly small. So what is the solution? How can there be a balance? Will my wife not get angry? Will my father not get upset? Will my children not be upset if I am working so much? So where is the solution? I want to be the pro vice chancellor, but I can't hurt my children. I want to be the pro vice chancellor, but I must take my wife out for dinner every day. No, sir, every day not possible. Once in a week. So I'll have to do some adjustment somewhere. No, some component will become small somewhere. You can't have best of all the worlds when the wheel of life is placed in front of you. So there are 2 words I'm giving you. I'm only giving you 2 words. Let's not fight over this. This is called as priority ranking. It is called as sharing. If I want to be a professor of biochemistry, I am an associate professor right now, imagine, and I want to be professor and head of biochemistry. So I'll have to work hard. I have to work on my mental abilities because I have to make my research publications going. I have to look at this because my financial growth has to take place. So I'll have to probably share this goal with somebody. Whom will you share this goal with? When you are compromising with your family time, when you are compromising with your friend time, when you are compromising on your spiritual time, with whom do I share my goal? I'm asking you. With whom do I share the goal? I must share the goal with somebody.
People
with your
with the
spouse,
same thinking
spouse,
or same
yeah,
vibe.
same thinking, or I call them in one simple word in my management word. It's called as inner circle people. Inner
Correct.
circle people. So these inner circle people must know why you are coming late every day. They must know why you are giving time to college so much. Because you have a goal to, you can't hide this goal from them and yet keep on going out. There will be a lot of conflict at home. And if there is a conflict at home, if there is unrest at home, believe me, you can't achieve your target. Because if you are not happy at home, you cannot be happy at your workplace. So if you want to actually make this wheel of life work, it's not so simple as you think, ladies and gentlemen. There has to be a lot of openness. There has to be a lot of sharing with known people. There has to be priority ranking. 2024, I'm going to give a lot of time for education, research, and writing. So I have to steal time from where? I have to steal time from my family and recreation. I can't steal time from my exercise. I can't steal time from finance. I can steal time from spiritual prayer. I can do that. So pick up certain areas where you can steal time from. So please understand that you are doing it all mentally. I know you are doing it mentally, but I'm sure many of you are definitely sometimes hesitant in sharing your goals with your inner circle people. And the most important, in Indian context, this is more so. I'm sorry, I'm using the word Indian context because in our situation, this sharing business is not there. We don't sit as a family and we don't discuss what we want to become. In fact, when I do this program for college students, for educationists, for chartered accountants, for budding, I also do it for newly married couples, relationship management couples. All of them, the story is the same. You need to have certain inner circle people with whom you can share your goal. If you don't share your goal, everything is within you. People don't know why you are doing this. People don't know why you are going there. People don't know why you are spending so much time with that person. And then things starts happening the way you never wanted that to happen. So that is why I wanted you to see this work-life balance with a question mark. Work-life balance is never with a question mark. I put a question mark here for you to think, ponder over, and can I go ahead now? Can I go ahead?
Yes, sir.
Sir, can I share something?
Yes, madam. Suhasini, madam, bilkul.
Yeah. So one more thing is, it is called the wheel balance of life, because like a wheel, you've seen the wheel in the cow cart in India. If one of these spokes or the 8 divisions are affected, it doesn't go. So we can, as sir said, you have to have more time for maybe intellectual engagement and engagement to do social networking, or maybe in the college. Then you cannot completely ignore the other, but still the balance is, this is one. Secondly, before this was called balance of life, it was also called quotient, life quotient. Quotient is the product of division. So they say you divide, but you divide it very intelligently. Completely, if you ignore your health, you may not be successful in the career. That's what. That's all, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, well said, madam. Thank you for adding that. We can go ahead. We'll look at these two areas. We'll look at some organizational goals and personal goals and how they are connected with each other. This is a little difficult task, but we'll try to make it as quick as possible. All right. This is a slide which I like very much. It says what drives you. I'm going to show you some words and I want you to give an honest answer. Put your hand on your chest, on your heart, wherever you want to put the best place, the honest place. And my honest place is this. So put your hand on your chest and tell me what drives you. What drives you, right? Recognition drives you, belongingness drives you, love drives you, knowledge drives you, praise, social status, financial gains, new experience, shame, others, challenge, happiness, self-satisfaction, fear, power, ego satisfaction, security, comfort, satisfaction of dear ones. What drives you? Anybody?
Knowledge, sir.
Knowledge
Sir, new
drives you.
experiences.
New experiences.
Knowledge, new experiences.
New experience, knowledge, recognition.
Recognition. Okay. Recognition drives you. Knowledge drives you.
Self-satisfaction.
Sir, be truthful to yourself when you're saying this. It's very nice to use good words from here, but go inside, look within, deep within. Suresh Chari,
Fear.
deep within. Deep within.
Sir, fear.
Fear.
And shame, sir.
Sometimes shame. Okay. Humiliation
Shame.
drives. That's what you mean? Shame means
Humiliation.
humiliation. Why
Yes,
not
sir.
power for somebody? Power drives you. Security doesn't drive you.
Power.
Security doesn't drive you.
Yes.
Challenging
Yes, sir.
tasks don't
Security
drive
and
you.
comfort. Comfort also drives us.
Yeah,
To
comfort,
achieve
security.
comfort level.
Would you like somebody praising you for your class when you come out, when you do a very good lecture and the students say, Madam, maja aa gaya, you did a very good job. Does it make you happy? Of course it makes you happy. Of course it
Yes.
makes you. So does praise drive you?
Yes.
Somebody praising you, tapping your back.
Praise
You
is,
are,
Also,
you,
sir.
praise is never
Praise-
without ego.
Sir, praise needs to be given also sometimes.
no, that's okay. But does it drive you? Praise and recognition go hand in hand. Those who want to get praise, they also want to look for recognition. I'm just trying to trigger you. I know you will say knowledge drives me, sir. Love
So
drives me, sir. New
the
experiences
point
drive
which
me, sir.
probably it comes in others like insecurity.
Yeah, insecurity is okay. You are putting it in a negative way. Insecurity, so I that drives me to do better than what I'm doing right now. Great, good. So you can add others. When you add many things, you can add here what drives you. My point that I'm trying to make is, can you actually recognize what drives you, and can you tell yourself or tell with that inner circle persons what actually drives you? What makes you happy? Does does social status make you happy? You are a tutor, then you became a lecturer. Why did you look for associate professorship? Why did you look for professorship? Why do you want to become a dean of the college? Why do you want to grow beyond that? What is there that drives you? Is it always knowledge? No, it goes hand in hand with knowledge. It goes hand in hand with social status. It goes hand in hand with self-satisfaction, challenging atmosphere. So many things are there. There are many words which are interlinked with each other. It's not one only that drives you. There are many things which probably put together, and that's what drives us. But whatever is the word for you need not be the same word for me, need not be the same word for my wife, need not be the same word for Nagda madam. They need not be this. Why is Nagda madam doing such a big program? What drives her? Selfless person. What is the achievement she's getting?
Sir, can I share?
So if you ask her, I think
Self-satisfaction.
self-satisfaction is the biggest one, which is there. Challenges are the biggest one. She is a person who is a lady which looks for challenging life in life. So if, yeah, yes, madam, you wanted to share something?
Yeah, that's what, sir. Actually, sir, I cannot remain without challenge. And also, I wanted to make a point. The medical people can do it, the dental can do better. And what better than starting a program for the faculty when we have all learned it was not being used late. I superannuated. So I thought this is the best way of sharing with people.
Okay, so this slide is only to make you realize that life is more beautiful when you know what drives you. Believe me when I'm saying this. Suresh Chari is very clear. I may not tell you because you are not my inner circle person. But the person who is my inner circle person knows what drives me. So I always plan my life. I do my goal setting programs with that in mind. Will I achieve that? Supposing recognition is one thing I probably enjoy. When I'm going on a stage and performing in front of 1,000 people. I was in a conference recently where I got a standing ovation. Oh, that drives me. The adrenaline rush which comes to me when I see 1,000 people standing and clapping for me when I make a presentation of that sort in a conference full of education technologists. Oh, it is huge for me, huge. So what is it? Is it ego satisfaction? Is it self-satisfaction? No, it is probably 2 or 3 words mixed together. But I know that drives me. So I plan my life like that. I look forward to many more programs like that. I design my programs like that. I do my best in these training programs so that I'm called again, back again, so that I get the standing ovation again and again and again. What is wrong in that? Because it is my personal goal. What's your problem? But I should know what drives me. So everyone sitting here should know what drives you. It can't be same for everyone. It has to be different for each people. Maslow was a very huge psychological theorist. And Maslow talked about many things. Maslow also talked about his theory of hierarchy of needs. I'm sure you must have heard of this. Anybody who has heard of this Maslow's hierarchy of needs?
Yes, sir.
How many yes? One yes. Who else? Okay, I'll make it very quick. Roti, kapda, makan is the basic need. So this hierarchy of needs says that a person who is satisfied with the lower level need looks for the higher level. Once you are satisfied with your basic needs, that is roti, kapda and makan, then you look for job satisfaction and security. Once you get a job satisfaction, then you look for social belongingness. And if you get that social belongingness, when you become professor, associate professor, then you look for self-esteem. When you look for maybe dean position or position in Rotary president or maybe Lions Club president, something like that. Once you have done that, you say, oh, it's enough. 10 years, 15 years I've spent here. Let me go to some sannyasi place and look for self-actualization. Let me meditate. Let me look at myself. Peace and tranquility, which is I'm looking at. So people go on moving up their hierarchy needs. Where do you belong right now? All of us don't belong to the basic need. Some of you are in the security need. Some of you are in the belongings next stage. Some of you, like you, and self-esteem state also. Status also. So what is the level that you are looking for yourself? Where is what motivates you? Which stage motivates you? And people who are working with you, what is their level? So what drives you and others? Can you put this theory into practice? For me, listen to me carefully. For me, I have now professor of biochemistry. I have had 150 publications in my life. I have done many training programs. So safety, security is there. Sense of belonging and social needing is definitely there. I'm probably looking at esteem and status right now there. But my people working with me, some of the clerk who is working, some of the contractual workers working with me, they may be in the last stage of roti kapda makan, safety, security. So I should probably motivate them with that level. I can't motivate them promising them some position somewhere. They don't want position. They want their basic needs satisfied. So I must know what motivates me, which level I am. I must also know at which level my people who are working with me are and what motivates them. So their goal setting plans will be different. My goal setting plans will be different. So can I help them to grow? That's what is the next slide all about. Before that, this is interesting. It says the way you behave or speak, your employees will speak similarly. I will work only that much equal to my money worth. If you are saying that, the positive thinker says it's okay to walk that extra mile without expectation. If I do well, I get more work. If I work, more work is given, and I feel I'm being used. A positive thinker says, if I'm given more work because I'm good, this extra work which I'm given is for the organizational goal. If I achieve that goal, organization grows. If organization grows, I also grow. That's the positive thinker. I'm here for money. Self-actualization वगैरह आते रहेगा बाद में from outside the organization. Money is important, says the positive thinker. But the organization provides me opportunity to take care of my self-respect. So I'm talking to people on the blue side, not on the red side. I'm talking to people who are positive. Ponder for some time before we break away for discussion. These are the points to ponder. Both individual and organization have expectation from each other. Yes or no? Both the individuals and the organization have expectations from each other. Correct? Yes. Organizations demands are not much. They only demand a little bit of your performance in the pay that they are giving. All employees working with you also have a personal goal. Yes. All employees working with you have a personal goal. Yes. Individual goals should be consistent with the organizational goal. Is it possible? I don't know. We will discuss that. There is an inherent conflict between organizational and individual goals, and money plays an important role. Financial incentives are important, and actualization can be attained elsewhere. For the last time, we are breaking into 10 minutes, maybe not 10 minutes. Gaurang gave it only 8 minutes because we don't have time now. Who is responsible to align organizational and individual goals? Question number 1. What are the challenges in aligning employees' individual goals with organizational goals? For the person working with you, you are the organization. Can you help him? I want you to answer these 3 questions in your small groups. Who is responsible for aligning the organizational and individual goals? Number 1. And how? What are the challenges in aligning the individual and organization goals? All 3 difficult questions. Last one is simple. You are working with people. You are the organization for the people. Can you help him align his goals with your departmental goals? Can you give me one example if you have done so? Breakaway for 8 minutes. Can somebody do that? Breakaway, please. Gaurang, breakaway.
Samek,
Sir,
Samik
yes
is
sir, yes sir.
breakout room करो ना जरा.
Okay, કેટલી મિનિટ? 10 મિનિટ?
Sir, how many minutes?
8 minutes.
8 minutes, okay.
Even 7 minutes is
Okay.
7 मिनट 50 7 मिनट करो.
Okay. સર ગ્રુપ 1 માં બે જ પાર્ટિસિપેટ છે. રોલ નંબર 5 સિદ્ધાર્થા અને આનંદ કુમાર પાટીલ 1.
Uh, All right. Whenever you come back from a breakaway group, you are always cheerful, laughing, smiling. That's the face I look at. I always want you to be like that. Okay, tell me, what did you discuss? One group had only 2 people, one had more than that. So Arun, you are alone, you were with somebody. One more person. So you want to answer this very quickly? We'll go to the. Can somebody say who is responsible for aligning the individual goals with organization? Organization is responsible or individual is responsible?
Organization is responsible, sir.
Sorry, individual is responsible to align his goals. Organization is responsible to set the goals.
Excellent, sir. Excellent, Padya, sir. I'm very happy you said that. Organization is a huge one. They can't keep on looking at people's goals, though it is said theoretically that organization must cater to the goals and needs of the people. ऐसा बोलते हैं. The organization should cater to the needs of the individuals. That's what it says. But they have so many things to do. The organization is a big thing. So I think organization is a huge giant. As an individual, I'm supposed to fit in my goals with the goals of the organization. So for that, I must know the goals of the organization. There are, but all said and done, what Arun is saying also correct. There are many organizations which try to see that their principles and goals are aligning with the individual needs, and they take care of the individual needs for the organization. But in our context, I have seen many of the medical colleges and dental colleges. I have worked with them. I have done a lot of training programs for them. Mostly it is left to the individuals to align the goals with the organization. So this is the first question. Second is, what are the challenges in aligning?
Sir, I beg to differ here slightly.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, actually, it is the organization management or the leader who's supposed to orient the newly employed employee.
Yeah,
to
about the
orient that
goals.
person. Yes,
About the
because
goals.
in our college they
About
do
the goals.
orientation for the newly recruited staff, sir. So
Patil
that
sir, Patil
yes.
sir, every organization has an orientation program where the leader of the orientation program will tell you about the organization, about the goals of the organization. They will tell
Yes.
you about the goals, but it is
Yes.
left to you to align the goal, your goals with them. They will not
Yes.
make any extra efforts to align their goals with you. They will say, this is my organization. These are the goals of the organization. Should give the best result. Should be NAC accredited. Should be this.
Yes.
Should be that. They will give you a big picture. and you have to work according to the set goals of the organization to
Yes,
see that,
the job
supposing you
responsibilities.
have, you have set a goal for yourself to become the professor and head of your department, supposing. So you will have to find out how does my goal fit into their goal. Simple as that.
Correct.
This is politics of goal setting. I'm sorry to use the word. You are supposed to align your goals to a large extent and see that it matches with the organization. Then what happens, Patel, is that organization also grows, and when the organization grows, you also grow. If you think that you are going to grow individually without organization growing, you are mistaken. They all both grow simultaneously. If an organization also thinks that organization can grow without people, they are also mistaken. So only those organizations do well where both grow simultaneously. That is why if a person is working in your organization, the last question is very important for me. I will not take the second one. I will take the last one. Last one is very important for me. आपके डिपार्टमेंट में बहुत सारे लोग आपके साथ में काम कर रहे हैं, उनके भी अपने अपने व्यवस्थित और वास्तविक और उनके कुछ पर्सनल गोल्स होते हैं. Have you ever tried to see that their goals are fulfilled? Have we taken that extra step? We are all doing it. Unknowingly, we are doing it. But can we do it consciously, planned way? Can we see that this guy, for example, there is a technician in my department who has not got increment from last 5 years or 4 years. In the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where does he stand? Where does he stand? He wants only security. He wants only job security. He is not looking for status. He is not looking for मेरा पगार मेरे को मिलते जाए सर बहुत हो गया. Now, if I can help that this small goal of his is fulfilled through the organization, if I can help, then I am aligning his goals with the departmental goals, and departmental goals are aligned with the organizational goals. So everything is interrelated. So you have to probably identify in your workplace who are those people who need your help to make their grow. You are setting your targets. We have talked about personal goals. We are going to understand that. But what about those individuals who are working in your? There is a 4-step approach. Look at my example. I'm giving you very quickly my example. My example, matlab, I had an MEU unit in my college, medical education unit, right? So and I was given as in chargeship. Was I given the in chargeship of medical education technology unit? No, I had a dream to become a head of medical education unit. So I planned my life like that maybe 10 years back. And I looked at my personal goals, want to get involved in MEU. I like it. I want to improve my teaching skills. I want to be liked by my students. I want my students to call me creative, innovative, exciting. I want to head the MEU. I want to recognize for my training ability. Don't know if it is, I don't know it's just fascinating to be in MEU. I want to become famous. So what drives me here? What drives me here? Recognition drives me, satisfaction drives me, security drives me, belongingness drives me, growth drives me. So I knew these 4 words are driving me. So I planned my life like that. How do I link my personal goals with the organizational goals? Organizational goals is create positive teaching environment in the institute, helpful for growth of the institute if MEU is there, helps for Medical Council of India inspection, helps for NAC inspection if MEU is there. If MEU is there, it has good student-teacher relationship, teacher-teacher relationship. It gets a national recognition. So what drives the organization? So when I set a personal goal for myself, for an MEU, I also set an organizational goal for the organization. And I convinced the organization. I used the 4-step method. I convinced the method management how a medical education unit is going to be useful to the institute. NKP Salve Medical College, where I was working in a medical education unit, my sister department, Nagda Madam may know, dental college, which is the VSPM Dental College, that time it was called. Now it is called Ranjit Deshmukh Dental College. That dental college was the first college which started an MEU unit, dental education unit. They started because there was not compulsory for them. So there was some person in the dental college who had a personal goal of doing education technology. And she sat with me We all know that she's going to be one of your faculties probably. She sat with me. She did the designing for her own medical dental education technology unit. We went to the management and we created this positive environment. How a dental education unit is going to be helpful for the management. It's going to be helpful for inspection, for NAC inspection, for good teacher relationship. And what drives the organization? Same thing: recognition, satisfaction, security, belongingness, growth. So what drives me is aligned with what drives the organization. So it's all about the individual, how he convinces, and we use this 4-step method. What is the 4-step method? Set clear goals, number 1. Set clear goals and share these goals with your team members. Number 2, buy time from the management. Tell your leadership what you want to do. If you are going for a higher position which involves the management. If it is not involving management, if it is involving department, involve your head of department and tell him how this is going to help that. Communicate your goals at all levels, from the lower level to the top level, and help your employees. Help your employees, because you cannot grow in an organization alone. You cannot grow in an organization alone. If you want to grow in an organization, you have to have people growing with you. You have to have people who are orientation programs for them, who have training programs for them, skill development programs. You are providing resources. So you need to create some environment for learning for all those people who have been working with you. So this is the 4-step approach which will align your goal with organization goal, and vice versa, organization with your goals. These are some statements given by big people. I'm only giving you 2 of them. When employees or team members understand what is expected of them, when a team member understands what is expected of them, how their work will fit in the big picture, they have their tools and resources. They will not only align with the organization, but engage to work for a greater belongingness. This is GRD Tata. This is Prakash Chandra. It's a very good one. It says it's in prime importance in our setup, that is medical health checkup, to make each member of the team understand how his or her output contributes to the success of the overall institute. A ward boy, a nursing boy, a technician, a clerk, how their role is there and how important they are. Make them feel that, and that's how they grow. That's what motivates them. Think and share. Can you have one person in your colleague, one person in your department whom you would like to take this into 4 steps: setting specific goals, buying time, communicating, training them. And believe me, if you can motivate one person, if you can make one person grow in your organization, that satisfaction is the greatest satisfaction when you make a dent in someone's life. Somebody who's not only your students, you are teaching your students, you are teachers, all students are highly obliged to you, they are motivated by you, everything is fine, fine, fine. I'm going beyond the students' classroom. I'm talking about people who are working with you to make your teaching good. You are a good teacher in a classroom, not alone because you have teaching abilities. Your teaching abilities is supported by that mic system, by that LCD wala, by that IT guy who is there. They all need your support. And if you can make a dent in somebody's life in your whole process of growth for yourself, that is the greatest satisfaction that you can achieve. This is the last slide, which is very important for me. It says developing people, capacity building. It goes in this direction: dependency to independency to interdependency. You understand again? Dependency, that when the employee comes for the first time, he's dependent to you for your growth. Then you train him, you make him independent, and he starts working independently on certain areas. Then he starts building a team, which is called as interdependency. There is a difference between the word delegation and empowerment. What is the difference? Delegation, you give somebody some work, but you keep a watch. Empowerment is you give a task to somebody and he is independently performing on his own. This is what we talk about in skill development also. In your training, in your education technology also, we talk about this. When we try to develop the competency of a skill where an individual is ultimately set to do certain things on its own. So delegation to empowerment, dependency to interdependency, independency to interdependency is empowerment to team building. So this is how the things moves. helicopter parenting. I don't know if you have heard of this word. You keep on watching people, what they are doing, This is called a helipod. If you are doing at home also, what my son is doing, whether he's doing his homework properly or not, going on nagging behind him. This is called as helicopter parenting. Helicopter parenting doesn't work in 2024. Leave people, empower them. Some of them will make mistakes. They will learn, but they will grow with you. And if that person grows with you, and if he recognizes that his growth is because of you, and that satisfaction is the greatest satisfaction that you can ever have. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'm free to answer that. We talked about two things, personal goals and organizational goals. We talked about your own growth. We talked about how you can be a part of somebody else's growth program also. And in your life, whatever position, you are lecturer, you are associate professor, you are professor, you are dean, you are director, whatever you are working with people. And if you are working with people, you have a scope of developing people and making a dent into somebody's life. Questions?
Sir, one question, sir. In an organization, when you are in a
Yeah.
leadership role, how do you keep an inner circle? Because when you have an inner circle, you are identified as you have your own so-called chamchas and chelas.
Cortes. Chamchas and
Coterie.
chelas, correct.
Yeah,
Coterie.
coterie. So how to avoid this image? Because sometimes we identify people who are, useful and also eager to work.
It's a very good
And,
question you're asking. Very, very good question, Patiyar. Padiyar, this is a question which is actually not taken seriously by many deans. And they start creating their own country without realizing how harmful it is becoming for them and their survival. Because people who are outside the country will always look at this as you are trying to give benefits to those people, even if they are not giving. Even if you are not giving, you will find them in the evening sitting with you. You always find them behind you. You will always find them in all the meetings talking. Others are not talking. So all these strategies, if you probably permit me, I'm very, very interested to talk to you separately. Is it possible? This is personal question. This is the question which can be dealt with if I know more about the types of people you have, because it depends on how you grow in this organization without make people, and this is the game that you are playing. And if you are going up in the hierarchy, there are certain times where you have to play certain games of life. And one of the games which talks about is trying to have people around you is nothing wrong, but they are not supposed to be people who can be visible by everybody. This is difficult task, very difficult. You need to have people who are your people, right hand, left hand, center hand, all those people, because they are the ones who are working with you and making you grow. They are responsible for your growth. You have identified them properly, but then they have to be grown in such a way that other people don't feel bad about their presence in front of you. I will probably talk to you a little later. I'll answer this question sometime later. It is possible, but it's a dangerous game that we are playing, because as you grow in hierarchy, because there are many people who are sitting here in this hall who are a part of that country or who are not a part of the country. So I don't want them to misunderstand when I'm giving you strategies of how to handle this situation.
Right.
I hope you understand what I'm trying to say.
Right, sir.
You give me a call. We'll discuss it over a cup of tea sometime.
Sure, sir. Sure.
I have gone through this. I've gone through this many times. When I was director, when I was almost to many higher positions, when you have to have people with you, and loyal people, good people, very motivated people. So you have to keep them. So I'll tell you. But probably in the last session when we have, it is called as managing people. I have about 15 minutes dedicated only to this. We will discuss that then.
Okay, sir.
Right, feedback. All of you are happy with what happened today?
Sir, I want to ask
Are
you
you
one
happy?
thing, sir.
Yes,
Sir,
Shilpa.
how it is
Shilpa.
different from working with the people and working under the people, how it affects our to achieve our personal goals or in profession.
This is the only place where people use the word how many are working under you. You go anywhere in the West, I'm not comparing India with other countries, but when I was in Japan for the first time, the first time I heard the word, there was a person who was walking with me. He said, do you know, Dr. Chari, how many are working with me? First time I used the word working with me. They never use the word under. It's only in this country where the egos float so much and more number of people under, more his position is. So please don't use the word under. There is no word as under me, or they're all working with me.
People
If you
try
start
to
using this word
Yes,
with
sir.
me, if you start, let the people above you use the word. Let the people above you
Okay.
use this word. How many are? Let the other people above you use the word. What's your name? Shilpa is working under me. Let him use. But when you use this in the context of this context, you will say, I have 5 people working with me. Let this generation start this. No, don't bother about what others are doing. We will start a new trend. And the new trend says, how many are working with you? It's difficult because you have to convince that person that you are working with him, not under him. Sandhya, you want to ask something or you want to?
No, sir.
unmute it?
I want to ask you one thing, sir. You said about delegation and empowerment. So how do we understand
Correct.
the person is able to do the job independently? That is a difference, no delegation.
There is many people don't delegate. There are many reasons. Correct, Amma, 1 minute. Many people do not delegate because they fear if I delegate, the work will not be done, my power will go, he will do better than me, there is nobody else who can do better than me. All these questions are there. That is the reason why people don't delegate. So when you start delegating in your department, start with small jobs. Small jobs which you are sure that person will do. Start with small things. Don't start with big things and give a huge assignment and say, yeah, here is empowerment for you. Chari sir talked about empowerment. You take everything on you. No. You start with delegation, watch him, then you go to empowerment. So it's a process which moves. It moves from dependency to independency. You have to start with delegation and grow that person to a level where you can sure that this fellow will do this work and you can empower him with work without being observed. When you are a dentist, when you are training students for dentistry work, skill work, the first level is what? First level is what is DOPS? What is DOPS? DOPS is first you observe, he observes you doing it, then you assist him to do, then he does independently, you are looking from behind, then he does without you are looking. So he gradually grows, no? Same thing is, last stage is nothing but empowerment. You are empowering a student to carry out that surgery without your help. So similarly, this also is the same thing. It's education when you travel along with him step by step, step by step. Nobody starts with empowerment. You start with delegation and end up with empowerment. Anyway, thank you so much for being with me. I'm very happy you guys are asking me questions. God bless you all. I'm missing 2 people still who have not joined today. So please share with them whatever you could understand today. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Thank you
sir.
so much.
Shall we
Thank
say
you, sir.
goodbye?
Good night. Yes, sir.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, good night.
Night, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good evening for me. Good evening for me. Good evening. Okay, bye.